Introduce myself. My name is Peter. I'm going to be the host today, and I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Jeunesse Global Opportunity presentation. You know, it's a Saturday, and you know the weather's really nice, but everyone is here today. So this is definitely a group of extraordinary people. And if you guys can please help me welcome each and every one of you, give yourself a round of applause. Before I begin, I'm just going to go ahead and cover a few basic housekeeping rules. If you guys still see empty chairs, please go ahead and move on up. Alright, so first of all, every single one of us has a cell phone probably. If we can just please turn that on to silent or keep that vibrate, so that way we can fully take in the information and we don't interrupt our neighbors and show them the respect. And then the second of all is that I'm sure during the course of the presentation, there may be a lot of questions. Now, please hold your questions for the end, because our speakers are more than happy to stay after to answer your question. And as the presentation goes along, maybe a lot of your questions may be answered along the way. And third of all, we're all extraordinary people here today. So please keep an open mind, because there's going to be a lot of very good information. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just play 2 short clips about what is the latest trend in medical breakthrough. And bear in mind, these are not clips that are endorsed or promoted, or they're not advertisements by Jeunesse Global. These are something that's happening in real life, in the major mainstream media. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Are we ready? Yeah! All right. Isn't that amazing? Something that is almost like science fiction back then is a reality today. But you know what? I think the big question here is, how does this benefit us? Isn't that true? Yes. So, you know what? The following speaker I would like to introduce up here is going to go ahead and share with us what we can do with this type of new technology, what the system has provided for us. And a little bit about this individual. He's somebody that I really respect, because he's a traditional business owner in the past, owned a multi-million-dollar business, and also he's a world traveler, and definitely one of the top money earners in Jeunesse Global worldwide. So may all of you help me put your hands together for Samson Lee.
Thank you, Peter. Good afternoon. Wow, what a crowd today. All smiling too. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Samson Lee. I'm very honored to be in front of you today to share with you a little bit about Jeunesse. Now, my background, like Peter mentioned, I've been a business owner for many years. I graduated with finance real estate degree, did real estate for a couple of years, and after that I was in the furniture business for 10 years, having up to 3 stores at one time. So, but being a business owner, how many are business owners out there? Yeah, right? Yeah, maybe, yes, no, maybe. Depending on the economy, right? It's true. But being a business owner, you know, I'm willing to work hard, you know, because one of my dreams is to have freedom. Financial freedom, personal freedom. I just want to have a happy life. How many of you want a good life? Yeah. Yes. Absolutely, right? And but you know what I found out though, you know, I mean, I found out that sometimes when you are self-employed, you employ yourself, that means you still work for yourself, you still have to work. Many times I found out, and I felt that, you know, I used to have a dream, you know, maybe travel Europe. Right? But then, you know, I end up going to Vegas instead. Still the Eiffel Tower, but it's not quite the same. So, you know, I mean, many of us, we used to have a dream, but we shrink our dreams to the size of a check. And that's how I felt. I mean, when economy is down, my business was down, I really felt trapped. So, you know, after I got out of the furniture business, I was still looking for a new sort of business. And 7 years ago, I met some friends who I saw did extremely well in this kind of business. And I go ahead and jumped in full speed with Jeunesse about 2.5 years ago, the very beginning of the company. And let me tell you, I mean, at the beginning, I did not really understand the stem cell technology, resveratrol, but just by using the products, you know, me and my family have gotten tremendous benefits from them. So let me share with you the background of the company. This company is owned by Wendy Lewis and Randy Ray. They founded the company. Now for almost 18 years, they've built the back office system, the accounting system for many network marketing companies. That's what they did. And what their infrastructure is very special because this infrastructure can allow us to do business in over 200 countries and territories today.
Wow.
So what they have assembled, Jeunesse, we focus on anti-aging. They have assembled some of the world's most renowned pioneers and researchers in these kind of technology, like you saw when we talked a little bit about with Barbara Walters, the resveratrol, right? How something from red wine can affect our genes, right? And then the other thing about stem cell technology with Dr. Newman. So they have assembled a group of scientists who advise us and provides us this kind of technology that can impact our lives today. So, but also, what I believe, this is a true ground floor opportunity. Now, would you agree with me that timing in business is very important?
Yes.
Right? Now, would you rather get in early in a big company or at the very end of a big company?
Early.
Early, right? Exactly. So that's what we're looking at here. I'm going to, show you a little bit more. Well, in Jeunesse, we have a very powerful system that we are actually using to market to the whole world right away. So in this business, you could build a global business. Actually, it might happen with or without you. The last 2.5 years, through this platform, I live in LA, but my business have traveled to 45 countries without me. This is pretty amazing. So, because of social networking, the world has gotten a lot smaller. And also, one huge reason is because of the product lines that we have. Because I think in any business, you're going to have something unique, right?
Yes.
If you have a Me Too product, why would people listen to you at all, right? Why would people be interested, right? But we have something very unique. Now, like you saw in the first two videos, the technologies that's out there now, if it's true that if you consume enough resveratrol, you can live to be 150. How many of you wouldn't mind live that long? Yeah, some of you are like, no way, that's too long, right? But it's true, right? One thing I worry about is money. There's something called money, right? If you live long, you still need money, right? So that's why I'm in Jeunesse, okay? But, we focus on 3 of the hottest scientific fields out there. That's every day, the information and the research is growing in these 3 fields. First is nutrigenomics. That's the research of how nutrition can affect our gene expressions. Now, to make it more simple, like when you eat food, if you eat a lot of junk food or food that's not good for you, what happens? Maybe your health could decline, right? Yes. Maybe your immune system's down, and maybe some of that food would affect your genes, and maybe a cell can turn into a cancer cell, right? See, that's how food can impact our health. But this science, like, when Dr. Sinclair discovered resveratrol, say, wow, this is something natural that's out there, that's in food, that can affect our cells. And we want our cells to be able to function optimally. Because when we talk about aging today, aging is not about the number of years. It's not about how old you are chronologically. It's about how old you are biologically. Okay, how old your cells are. A second science I will share a little bit with you is called DNA repair. Now, for those of you, who is in the medical field, I think you agree with me that 50% of aging is already programmed in our DNA. Is that right? Yes. It is right? No matter how much antioxidants we consume or how healthy a lifestyle, we're still going to age no matter what. Okay, that's a fact. Well, DNA repair is actually, the doctors and scientists now have ways to not manipulate the DNA, but help the DNA to be more complete, healthier. That on a cellular level can help our whole body function younger. Is that good? That's good. That's very, very good. And the third science I will share with you is about stem cell technology. And any doctor will tell you, the more stem cells, healthy stem cells you have in the body, the longer you're going to live. Right? So we all hope, that we can live longer. But we don't have to hope anymore. As a matter of fact, last year when I was reading Time magazine, so Dr. Oz was editing that issue. He was saying that, what? The children born today really have the opportunity to live to be 150 years old.
Wow.
Because of science like this. Is that exciting?
Yes.
That's very exciting. And actually, what? We can build a business on that. Okay? Now, aging is inevitable. You're going to get old. When you have, how many of you have children? Yeah, they look beautiful like this, right? And then when we start, they're growing up, you know, they start looking like us, okay? And then as we get older, they're gonna look like our grandparents, okay? So aging is inevitable, you know? And the target of Jeunesse, we want to be young as long as we can, not only on the outside appearance, but inside. And actually, like I said before, it's about your biological age, how young your cells are. Okay, that they can function better. Okay, we have over 60 trillion cells in our body. So, first, I would like to introduce one of our medical advisory board member, Dr. Vincent Giampapa. He's part of the company, and he's on the advisory board, and he's actually the first president of the American Anti-Aging Board of Medicine. Okay, so he's at the forefront of anti-aging research. As a matter of fact, you know, he's so famous, you go on Amazon, you'll find a lot of his books. He is very well published, okay? So the other doctor that's on board with Jeunesse, that is Dr. Nathan Newman. You saw in the Channel 7 News, right? Yeah. I mean, look, what he's done is, you saw he helped this gentleman regrow his jaw back.
Wow.
Not replace, okay? Regrow. I mean, that's amazing, okay? So stem cell technology is about regeneration, and Dr. Newman is at the forefront of that. Now, about 3 years ago, Randy and Wendy just happened to meet Dr. Newman and found out that he was working on a serum for the skin because, you know, Dr. Newman, he's a dermatologist and a very famous cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills. So at the time, they were talking and they said, hey, you know what, we can start a company with this serum. If it's true what it does, it helps our body regenerate, it could be true. So we started this company that way, and what we have created is a system, a whole system for anti-aging. It's not about any particular product, okay? I mean, I know that those of you, you know, I see maybe, you know, in your 20s or 30s, right? Say, well, why do we need to think about anti-aging? Well, the earlier you start, the younger looking you're gonna stay, okay? If you want to stay looking 20, you gotta start, okay? So we have a whole system from outside in, inside out, okay? It's about helping your cells stay younger. So first line of product I will share with you is called Jeunesse. Now Jeunesse, well, we have a serum, we have a daily moisturizer with SPF, we have a night repair cream, we have a cleanser, we have body lotion. Now, but what's really special in that, all I have to do is introduce one product to you, and that will give you the idea. Is that, you know, we have a serum, a cellular regeneration serum. This is one of the key products to the whole company. And what is so special? Now, I'm a guy, okay? I used to not use a lot of skincare products at all, besides suntan lotion, okay? Now, you ladies probably know more than me, but I think you agree with me that, let's say you're 21 today, and you go out there, you go to the department store, you buy some skincare products, cosmetic. 40 years later, when you're 61, do you think you're still going to look 61 or 40 years older?
Yes.
Yes, right? Well, what we have here is, well, some people call it a magic potion, but it's way more than that. Using human adult stem cell technology, Dr. Newman has able to capture something very special from stem cells. But first, in the serum, there's absolutely no stem cells at all. Okay? So what's in there? Well, you know, when humans communicate, what do we use? Language. Okay, like right now I'm speaking in English, right? Okay. So your cells in your skin, they also talk to each other, but they use a chemical language. Okay? So they give each other instructions of what to do. Okay? So for example, if your skin is not too healthy and it's, you know, have rashes, your other cells will tell, send the chemical signals to say, hey, go heal it. Okay? Those chemical signals are called growth factors. Now, when we're little kids, do we have good skin? Yeah, we used to, right? But as we get older, because of oxidation or sun damage, our skin, the cells get damaged or they slow down. They make less and less growth factors. So what Dr. Newman is able to do is put over 200 growth factors in the Jeunesse serum. That is very amazing. Now, there are very high-end skincare products out there. You get the department store, they might only have 5, maybe 10 or 12 growth factors in them. This is over 200. So when your skin gets the instructions again, you know what happens? Your cells wake up, they start working again. Okay? So that is very important. Like, you ladies know, there's skin products out there that you try to put collagen into your skin, right? To make it more elastic or plump or whatever, right? Well, here, there's no collagen whatsoever. It's even better. The growth factors tell your skin to grow its own collagen. Again, no matter how old you are. That is powerful. Okay, there's no technologies out there like that. So studies have shown that 70, 75, 88% of people have improvement in their skin, from less fine lines and wrinkles, be more elastic, be more plump, just overall the glow of it. So, well, 2.5 years ago, Randy, Wendy, and Dr. Newman came, and we actually met upstairs in this very hotel. And they showed us this picture here, the before and after picture. Now, as you look at the picture, the top is the before and the bottom is the after picture. Now, you can see that the eyes, right? She has bags under her eyes. The eye is the first place you will show signs of aging. So as you look at the picture, the after picture is like, wow, looks like she has some kind of surgery done, right? Her eye bags are gone. And they told us it was only 19 days using the serum. Wow. Now, is that amazing? Yes. Right? Now, I know there are those of you out there who are skeptical, you're wondering, yeah, it's just a picture, Photoshop, right? But you know what? There's actually many people in this room who has met this lady in Las Vegas, actually, the last month. This is Judy. This is Wendy Lewis's older sister. Okay? So, now, at the time, 2.5 years ago, I had not used the product. I was thinking, if it's true, this could be a huge business, right? Would you agree with me? Right? Instead of going to the plastic surgeon, you can get it done just putting the serum on. So, well, we have a lot of funny people in this business, you never know. So, a lot of people start using it on half of their face. Now, how many of you ladies will sacrifice your face? I know that there's at least one person in this room who does, okay? And she's here today. But this is my friend in Hong Kong. He used it on half of his face. Now, which side has less wrinkles?
Right side.
That side, right? Okay, his face is literally lifted up, tighter, okay? Well, if you saw him in real life, his face is actually crooked. It looked like he had a stroke, I said, hey, you gotta start on the other side now. He said, no, for the business, okay? This is after 6 weeks of use. Now, the next picture I show you is my good friend, Weenie. Okay? This is Weenie. Is Weenie in the room? Okay. Well, give Weenie a big hand. Okay. Well, Weenie, was one of the first few people, together we started in Los Angeles, in the whole company, and she said, you know what? She's from Indonesia. She said, in Indonesia, they don't believe anything you say, you have to show them. So she used, are you Indonesian? Yeah, right? Okay, no. So Weenie used on half of her face, okay? Now, if you look at the picture, on my side of the picture, you see the cheekbone, right? And the jawline, very tight right here. Now on the other side, you don't see it, right? And if you sit toward more the center, did you notice this side of the face is actually tighter than this side? You can tell, right? This is actually more puffy and droopy. Now, Weenie would be very happy to tell you that as of today, she's 65. Okay? And she'll be happy to tell you she started using it on the other side too. Okay. Now at the beginning I know she was charging like 20 bucks a look, but I think she gives a discount now, okay? She'll be outside later, okay? Now, being a man, I'm a very simple guy, I'm thinking, skincare product lady can do it, it's a business, it's not for men, but you know what? Just the serum is so easy. How many of you wash your face when you go to bed? Okay, you don't? Okay, you don't? Okay. Well, when you do that, all you have to do is wash your face and you put a couple drops of serum lightly on your face and neck. Neck works very good. Because the ladies told me, if you have leftover here, make sure you go like this. Okay? All around. I said, okay. So, that's all you have to do. The next morning, you wake up, you know what you do? You do this exactly, you wash your face and you do the same thing. Is that simple? Yeah. Guys, is that simple?
Yeah.
Is it easier than shaving?
Yes.
You can do the business, trust me, okay? Okay. So now, this is 10 weeks. So we were all amazed of how the product was working. We can see it on the outside. But more important, because we want to have confidence when we talk to people, and so did Winnie. Winnie decided to talk to a friend of hers, a medical doctor. Not only a medical doctor, but this doctor has a PhD in skin cancer research plus he formulates skincare products. So this guy knows what he's doing. So he says, look, I know, out there's a lot of skincare product, it's chemical stuff you put on your face, it's very temporary. After you wash your face looks 20 years older again. So he's like, okay, if it's really stem cell technology, it's about regeneration. Say, okay, I want to see the inside of the skin. Now, how many of you want to see the proof? Anybody want to see the proof?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 2 years ago, a little bit more than 2 years ago, he took this picture right here. This is a picture of Winnie's face, the inside of her skin. Now the red side without luminesce, the other side with luminesce. So let me tell you what you're looking at. Well, on the side where it's all red, when Winnie's age, she hardly have any collagen left. So her skin is very thin. Okay, your skin has different layers. So when you look into the different layers of the skin, you see the structure right away. All the red, all the blood vessel, all the pores. Okay. On the other side, there's a lot of collagen. And what is that? Well, collagen grows in the middle layer above the structure of the skin. That's why you don't see any blood vessels there. And besides that, if you look at this picture, you see all the whiteness in there? That's what the doctor called baby collagen. The collagen that little kids have, that we don't. But that's the collagen you grow yourself.
Wow.
So at that time, I mean, you don't know how excited we were, because 4 months into the business, this is the confirmation of what we knew and what we believed. This is physical evidence. So, the serum is patent pending. This is technology exclusive to us, to the Luminesce line. All the product have this technology in it. And it's about helping your skin cells, age younger, stay younger on cellular level. It does so many more, okay? So this is a life-changing product. Now, going back, let me keep going. We talk about anti-aging on the outside. Stay young looking as long as we can, but we want to be as healthy and active, like when we're young, right? As long as we can. So we can have a good quality of life. So that's what we're going to talk about here. I'm going to talk about AM PM. These two bottles are miraculous, because they are the latest compilation of the research in repairing your DNA. And actually, it has a lot of things in there that helps us function even better, day and night. Okay, now, as the first thing up there is, we're talking about stem cell maintenance. Like I said before, the more stem cells you have in the body that's healthy, the longer you will live, the healthier you will be. Let me tell you, when I was 21, I was invincible. I was playing volleyball 4 nights a week, 3 to 4 hours a day, and I would go at it all the time. I was very active. But when I got to, late 20s, shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, When I got to 35, I couldn't even jump anymore. Forget volleyball, I'm moving to other sports, okay? It's like a fantasy football. That's more my thing, okay? So as we age, that's what happens as we age. But the AMPM, what it does is helps your stem cells to remain healthy, because stem cells are the cells that help repair your body. Okay? So, and also it has complexes to help your hormones, to your daily biorhythm. When you wake up, you're like sluggish. Well, it helps to regulate and get your body going. It also has probiotic blends. That's important because your digestive system, you have a lot of bacteria that's good for you. They're called probiotic. They actually help your immune system. Okay? That's the best pharmacy in the world, right here in your gut. Okay? Now, the PM goes with it, and the PM, because we all know that nighttime is when your body repairs itself, right? If you don't sleep, boy, you're going to start looking old really fast, okay? Even though I look good, right? I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so what it has in there is very special. We know that your DNA, your chromosomes, there's a little picture of the chromosome in the corner there. You have 23 pairs of those in every 60 trillion cells in your body, okay? That's where your DNA is. What happens is when your cell multiplies, a little bit of your DNA, the tips of the chromosome, the red part, is called telomere. It falls off, okay? So each time your cell divides, the copy gets more fuzzy. It has less DNA in it. And your cells can only divide so many times, and that's aging. Okay? So there's actually something in the PM that can stop the shortening of the telomere. That means stop your DNA from falling off. It has never happened before in the history of the human race. You know, that is a groundbreaking product. And besides that, you know, so it has a lot of things in there to help us sleep better. You know, and as a byproduct of that, I know many people who lost weight because they actually slept better. You know, because that's your body can heal itself better. So this is a groundbreaking product that Dr. Giampapa is endorsing and has brought to the market. This is the first of its kind. The other thing I want to share with you is very exciting, is the reserve. And what's in the reserve is that resveratrol. How many of you drink red wine? Napa Valley, French Valley, okay. Okay, yeah, some of you don't want to admit it. Okay? But it's okay. Well, red wine, you know, the resveratrol comes from the skin of the red grape, and we put 75 milligrams of that in each 1 ounce packet of reserve. And this, you know, activates your longevity gene, okay? So it can live longer. But besides that, you know, if you're like me, I've Googled resveratrol, over 4,000 clinical studies. Resveratrol is known to be anti-cancer. It helps with type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, cardiovascular health, you know, Parkinson's, so many things. That's why they call it the anti-aging miracle of the century. So we put 75 milligrams in each packet of reserve, but also we put some of the superfoods that, you know, your trainer would tell you to eat when you work out. And these contain super high antioxidant, can fight the aging in your body. So the reserve does many things. And this is a huge medical breakthrough, as big as the discovery of antibiotics. So it helps with the metabolism, it helps with so many things, joint pain and all that. But what is important about this product is that, you know, how many of you take vitamins or eat very healthy? Yes? Yes? Okay. Now, I think you agree with me, you know, especially the healthy people in this room, that, you know, wellness, you know, to be able to have all the healthy stuff, you need to absorb it, right?
Yes.
If you cannot absorb it, it won't do you any good, right? Well, that's what we're talking about. You know, when you eat the reserve, the gel pack, you can actually, because it's liquid form and is formulated a certain way, you can actually absorb it up to 200 times better than some of the capsules out there. Is that impressive?
Yes.
That is very powerful. And people are, you know, getting fantastic results because of that. So we actually have a CAP-E test to show that it can go into your bloodstream, okay, and protect your life cells. Now for me, as a person, you know, when I started business, I don't know how the product is. And so I got as many of my friends and family to use it as fast as possible. So my mom, you know, she's in her 60s, and, you know, I gave her the serum. She started looking younger. She liked it. She said, hey, this is good business. Then after a month, I gave her a box of reserve. You know, my mom is a breast cancer survivor. After, you know, the radiation and chemo, you know, her skin is very bad. It's been, you know, 15 years like that. So just after eating 1 month of reserve, I overhear at Thanksgiving that, oh, I don't have to put lotion on my hands anymore, on my body anymore. I go, really? It must be the Luminous, right?
Yeah.
She said, no. She ran out that a month ago. Because she was just eating the reserve. It helped the skin. So I went online, it's true. Resveratrol does help with the skin. Okay? So you know, there's many benefits. My grandmother in Hong Kong, 93. She has white hair when I saw her last year, and I gave her a couple boxes to eat. After 1 month, when I went back to Hong Kong, the new hair is black.
Wow.
That is pretty incredible. I mean, she's healthier, you know? So you know, there's many things, many benefits that you can get out of it, you know? And when you have such a good thing, how many of you wouldn't mind sharing good things with your friends and family? Yes? Right? And, you know, and simply, if you like to do that, you can actually easily build a global business. And you know, the person I like to bring up to share with you about this global business is a good friend of mine. This lady I've known for 7 years now. She's a multi-million-dollar earner in this kind of business. But more important than money though, she really has a heart for people. She really has helped me in this business to succeed. And also, you know, she does a lot of charity. She has built schools overseas with the money that she's made. So, and it's quite a blessing. She's a blessing to everybody, thousands of people around the world. So without further ado, to tell you a little bit more about the business, I'd like to bring on my good friend, #1 money earner in Jeunesse worldwide, Miss Kim Hui. Give her a big hand.
Wow, didn't Samson do a wonderful job?
Yes.
I think he deserves a big round of applause. Please give me a big round of applause. Good afternoon. Big lunch or a turkey sandwich? Let's try one more time. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, you're awesome. You know, as I was watching Samson doing the presentation, it just brings back so much memory because I still recall 2.5 years ago when we launched this company, none of us knew what resveratrol was stem cell technology, none of this stuff. We're just hoping and praying that whatever we saw is going to work. And you know, sure enough, 2.5 years later, many lives were touched because of this opportunity, and many lives were touched because of product line. And I am so proud to watch Samson transform to who he become today. And as a matter of fact, today he's quite funny, isn't he? So it's a tough act to follow. But this is our second session. We had a session this morning and for the Chinese community, and this is our second session. And so today, you know, many of you are brand new here. Some of you have been here for a while, but I really urge you to keep an open mind because this technology, the trend that we have touched upon, I mean, it's here to stay. And it is transforming lives and touching lives around the world. And so before I talk about the business side of the opportunity, allow me to share with you my background, why I'm doing this business. I am a stay-home mom. My husband's a physician. He has a medical practice right here locally in Pomona. Hopefully none of you need to go see a doctor, okay, especially with this line of product. But I've been involved in this type of business now for 20 years. And so for the first 10 years of my career, it was more in the United States. And so, for some of you, before I even go any further, let me ask this question. How many of you have gotten involved in network marketing before? Show of hands. Okay, now how many of you liked it? Usually many hands go down, like, no, that's it, okay. I'm done with it. Well, you know what? Guys, about 10 years ago, that's how I felt. I was so done with it. You know, first 10 years of my direct selling experience is in the US market. And I've been blessed, I made some money, and I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of network marketing. And so 10 years ago, I said, that's it. You couldn't pay me any amount of money to go to any meeting. That's how done I was with it. And so, long story short, at that time I got married and had a beautiful child. And I didn't think I was going to come back to direct selling. So instead, I actually helped my husband to manage his medical clinic, you know, see the patient. I mean, not see the patient, but greet the patients and do billing and whatnot. And so I was actually getting bored. I said, you know, I thought, you know, a lot of times when the business owner is really glamorous, the business owner, but I get to see on the other side of the desk, and I was like, this is not fun at all. And so there's a lot of overhead and a lot of compliances and whatnot. And so, long story short, about eight years ago, a friend of mine told me, he said, you know, Kim, I know you had a little success in network marketing, but he says, you know, technology is really changing the way we do business throughout the world, and network marketing is no different. Technology has really touched upon the speed and ways we build business. And what internet is able to do is that connect the world much closer and allow us to leverage the global economy. So long story short, 8 years ago, I got back into the industry, and that literally changed my life. In 2 years' time, I was very blessed. My business, and I was a stay-home mom, still am a stay-home mom. And 2 years ago, I started my business in Diamond Bar, because I live in Diamond Bar. I have a 2-story house, and so I started my business in one of the rooms I turned into my office. And from that little office, my business in 2 years has spread to over 200 countries and territories. And it was a huge blessing because with that success, I was able to retire my husband, who had worked very hard as a medical doctor for 22 years. So I said, honey, you can now resign from the hospital that you have worked for so many years. So he goes, as a man, I want to keep my own business. So he still keeps his own medical practice, but he retired as a physician at the hospital that he worked for 22 years. So, you know, when the opportunity knocks and if you answer it and if you take it and seize it in the right lights and take the right action, it can change your life like it did mine. And so it was a huge blessing. I was able to done a lot of traveling and really enjoy what life was really meant to live. And so, long story short, about 2.5 years ago, and so I actually sold that business. And I told my husband, I said, you know, honey, I've traveled the world and, you know, worked very hard, and we're blessed with a beautiful lifestyle. I said, our son's gonna go to elementary school. So I told my husband, I'm gonna be a good wife. I'll stay home, I'll cook, I'll take the kids to school and whatever. Well, that only lasted so long, okay? When Wendy and Randy, the owner of this company, called me again and says, you know, Kim, this time around, we truly have have found something that we have the urge to bring to the masses, because they believe that they have stumbled upon the technologies that can touch and save people's lives around the world. And so they came to me and says, you know what, we want to launch this company and want your help. And so in the beginning, we had dinner and they told me about this resveratrol, adult stem cell technology, growth factors, and all those were foreign language to me. I'm like, what? You know, so I thought my English wasn't that good, okay? So long story short, I went home and I gave the information to my husband, who's a physician. And he started researching and looking into it. And he says, you know what, honey, you ought to get involved with this company. Just because, you know, he says, you guys were able to touch people's lives financially in the past. He says, with this product line, the technology that Wendy and Randy stumbled upon, that Samson has done such a beautiful job explaining to all of us. He says, with that technology, not only can you help people transform their lives financially, but through the product line, while you're making money, you might be able to save other people's lives. And so he said to me, if you do this project, I'm going to support you 100%. Now, supporting means when I'm traveling around the world, guess who's home with the baby? My husband, okay? So I think he's going to come later on today. But anyway, so that's how we started this opportunity. And, you know, we didn't have the opportunity and the fortune that you all do, sitting right here looking all this. We started this company telling a couple of my friends in LA, I said, listen, guys, we're going to build an international business. They go, cool. So how many people? I said, well, the 5 of us. So how many countries? Well, LA. And that's how we started. And so, because I believe with the right product, with the right kind of people, with the right leadership, and with the right trend that's coming, each and every single one of us can really capture what's about to come. And so, in business, I really believe being in the right place, the right time, and taking the right action. And so what you're looking at is a mega trend. So I want you to think about this from a business standpoint. If you knew what the trend, and let's say, you know what, back to the future. Like they say you are from the future, and you know that right now at this point in time, what people want at this point in time. If you knew where other people are going, and you get there first, and you provide the solution provider where all the people coming your way, what's going to happen to you? You can become wealthy. Okay, so that's called having a mega trend and being right in front of it. Find out where the people are going, but you get there first, and then you welcome them all. So is that making sense so far? All right. So this is, some statistics that you all can take a look at. Okay, so I really believe, baby boomers are people turning and getting old every second. And I don't know about you, like when I'm in my 20s or 30s, you talk about anti-aging, it probably made no sense to me. I said, what, wrinkle what? I have no wrinkles. But when you get age 40, then 45, then 46, you go, give me whatever you got, okay? So, think about this. Look at how many pharmacies are popping out nowadays. Why? Getting ready for the baby boomers, okay? So it's a huge trend going on. And there's another trend called internet economy, global economy that each and every single one of us can leverage on nowadays, okay? So what if there's a worldwide demand? See, baby boom is not just only in America, it's happening around the world. Internet is not only in America, the internet economy is not only in the US, it's connecting the world together. So what if there's a demand around the world that people need, then we are there to provide a solution. And that's what we're talking about tonight, a global business opportunity. And so this truly is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because you know what, we've been doing this for 2.5 years. We kind of found out what worked and what didn't work. Now we're focusing what's working and really we've blazed that trail. And so when we barely started, for each and every single one of you in this room for the very first time, you're really fortunate to be right here, because we are so new that we have took some arrows in the back, but we're about to do some real work right now, okay? So in just 2.5 years, our company already able to ship product to over 80 countries and territories. And unprecedented in the history of network marketing, we now have, in 2 years' time, we have 14 logistics around the world. That we have offices where we do product fulfillment, and we can ship product to 84 countries. So it's quite spectacular in such a short period of time, having a global infrastructure so that we can build a global network and leverage the global economy. And so when you do business globally with different parts of the world, that to be able to collect money in different currencies and to be able to pay commission in different currencies is very important. And so that's what we call global pay in and global pay out solution, okay? So I truly believe we have the most robust platform to do global pay in and pay out solution. And so in the United States, we accept almost all forms of payment, okay? So checks, credit card, and what have you. And so when people abroad, when they're making money, So people say, well, how do they get paid? Well, for example, if you have a friend in Mexico, okay, they're earning commissions. If you were to send them a U.S. check, can they cash it?
No.
Not for a long time, okay? So, but it's the same thing. If you got people from Indonesia, okay, and you send them a USA check, they can't cash it. But we have a way in such a way that they can earn US dollar commissions, but they will be getting a debit card. That debit card, it travels with them wherever they are. So let's say, for example, if you earn commission, and you take this debit card and you go to Vietnam, okay, or you go to Indonesia, go to Thailand, Mexico, wherever. When you go to the ATM machine, it will spit out in that local country's currency. It's pretty powerful. I mean, you know, we got the pay card, and when we literally witness people, when we go on an incentive trip where the company provides us, and we've gone to many trips. You know, we were in Punta Cana, we were in Thailand. So watching the international distributor go into the ATM machine, you know, so sometimes when you have people coming abroad and you go, do you have, you know, US dollar, or do you have local currency? They go, don't you worry, we have the Jeunesse card. Okay, they can go to any ATM machine and get the local currency. So it's a pretty powerful way of doing business. Now, today, what we have today is not a job, thank goodness, okay? So what we have today is a business opportunity that will allow us to make money in multiple ways. You can make money one of all the 6 ways, or some of the 6 ways, or all of the 6 ways, depending on what you do with a business opportunity. And so there's 2 categories of income that I'm going to talk about today. Now, because this is an opportunity presentation, one thing I want to make it very clear is that there is no guarantee of income in any form, shape, or way. Understanding something very important. There are people in this company that make absolutely nothing. But there are people in this company that are blessed to making a small fortune, okay? And so it's depending on what you do with the opportunity. Now, the 2 types of income. The first type is what we call linear income. Linear income means trading time for money. How many of you have a job? Show of hands. How many of you have your own business? Show of hands. Now, many of you didn't raise your hand. What did you do? Jeunesse. Okay, now. So let's say, well, we're tired. Okay, now, so let's just say that you work a job. If you work a job, you go to 9 to 5. That's called linear income. Because what happens to your paycheck if you stop working your job? No more moolah, okay, no more paycheck. Just like my husband's medical practice, okay? My husband makes money when he's at the clinic, sees patients. If he doesn't see patients, guess what happened? I cannot see his patients for him. Guess what happened? No more moolah, no money coming in, okay? So there's no leverage. It's called linear income, okay? So we have the first 2 ways of making money is called linear income, doing something one time, getting paid one time. Now the second way, the second type of income that we have is called leveraged income, and that's what I love. Leveraged income means doing something one time, but you have the opportunity to get paid month after month after month. How do you like that concept?
Yeah.
How many of you are realtors in the audience? Any realtors? Okay, 1 or 2. Okay, now when you're realtors, you may make some good commission when you sell a deal. But what happens to you once you sell the deal? What are you on to? Well, what are you on to? The next deal. People go from deal to deal. Well, what if of all the houses you sold, that every single month, somehow, somewhere, some way, you have an opportunity to get a little commission check month in, month out? How do you like that? That's residual income or leverage income, okay? And so I'm going to go over all the 6 ways to make money so you get a little bit understanding of how this whole thing works. Now, so to get started is very simple. Some of you in this room today say, you know what, listen, in the beginning, I just want to get to know the product. I want to try the product. It sounds really awesome. And you want to be a user, okay? So if you want to become a user or whatnot, you have the option to buy all the products at retail price or at the wholesale price. But if you were given a choice to buy at wholesale or retail, what would you rather do? Wholesale. It's a no-brainer, okay? And so to buy the product wholesale to get started, to become a distributor, a member, it's only $29.95, and that's good for 1 year, okay? From the today you join and 12 months later. So under 30 bucks, you get yourself a replicated website with a shopping cart in it that will allow you to buy all of the products at wholesale. At the same time, it comes with it a business opportunity. Whether you like it or not, you don't have to use the business opportunity, but it's there for you if you want to, okay? And so with being a member, you get your replicated website, and you can email your site to your friends and colleagues, wherever they might be. They can look at the information, and if they like it, they can join you in the business as well, okay? So besides that you can buy all the product at wholesale, you also get a business in a system that will allow you to build your business wherever countries that we ship to. And so far we ship to over 80 countries and territories, okay? And because what comes with that is what we call a real-time back office that tracks and monitors your business throughout the world. I mean, this is such a powerful thing. For me, 30 bucks is no-brainer. True or not true? If you want to hire somebody to create your own website, it will cost you at least $1,000 or more, okay? Let alone we have such a robust website now. So that's how you get your business started, become a member, okay? And you can buy the product wholesale. So like I said earlier, you get a turnkey business system that will allow you to build your business. The first way you can make money is what we call retail sales. We as distributors, we buy at wholesale and you sell it at what? Retail. So whatever the price difference is, that would be your retail profit. For example, a bottle of the serum, okay, the wholesale price is $83.95, okay? The just retail price is $134.95. So each and every time when you sell a bottle of serum or a box of reserve right here, okay, which has 30 sachets in it, okay, so you make 51 bucks. Now, $51 per bottle or per box might not seem a whole lot of money to some of you. But I tell you what, we have many immigrants right here in the San Gabriel Valley. For them, you know, we have some people that they're retired or whatnot, they sell one bottle or one box a day. So there's some people sell 2 boxes a day. To you might not be a whole lot of money, but 51 times 2, how much is that? 102. For some people, that's better than clocking in, clocking out, and working a job, okay? But that's, I mean, today you didn't come here to learn how you can make 51 bucks. But that's just one of the ways you can make money. Now, you're not here today to learn how to knock on doors and sell it to your neighbor and your friends. That's not what it's all about. But this is one of the ways you could do it. It's called retail profits, okay? And we do have a lot of people by just sharing with other people technology. People go to the website and then they make a purchase at retail. That's how you get a retail customer. So you never know by just talking, sharing with people what might come about your way, okay? So that's the first way of making money, called retail profits. The second way to make money is for those of you that love what you see and then you want to share with your friends and colleagues. How many of you know at least 2 friends that want to make some money? Show of hands. I mean, forget about what it is for a second. How many of you know 2 friends that at least can use an extra $2,000 a month in household income? I believe a lot of people can use that, because $2,000 a month, that could be a car payment, that could be a rent or a mortgage payment, okay? Now, so when you share this opportunity with other people, and whenever your friend or your colleagues, when they make their first initial optional package purchase, you can make anywhere between a $25 bonus all the way up to a $250 bonus. Now, for example, once you become a distributor, that you can buy one of the optional packages. If you're single but living by yourself and only want to try the product, then that would be the basic package if you're a user, okay? $199. For example, if you share this opportunity with somebody and they go, you know what, I really like what I saw and I want to become a user, I'm by myself, and they buy the basic package. When they do that, you will make how much immediately? $25 bonus, okay? Now, what if you run into someone like me? I said, listen, you know, I have a family household of 3. I can use some product. At the same time, I would love a business opportunity, let alone having a global business opportunity, okay? So I said, listen, what is the best package for me to get started with? And you tell me, listen, Kim, the best package for the best value from a business standpoint, let's say it's the ambassador package, which is the absolute best value for your money when you want to build this answer business. So when I purchased the ambassador package, which is $1,000, but that $1,099 comes with $1,099 worth of products for me, okay? But because you are the one that shared the opportunity with me, and whenever I buy that optional package, how much money would you have made? $250. So let's say, for example, when you are looking at this as a business, so you say, listen, I'm going to invest in the ambassador package. Little over $1,000, $1,100, okay? Now, if you went out there and you find 4 people that maybe see the same thing that you saw, want the same thing that you want, maybe they want a business opportunity. So if you sponsor 4 other people who also bought the ambassador package, how much money would you have made? $1,000. Almost all your money back, and then you got yourself some free product, and then you got yourself a business started. That's how simple it is. Let's say for some people, they bought the package and they do absolutely nothing. At least they get all of that product they can use and they can try, and maybe they can sell that product to other people and share with other people. So for me, it's a win-win situation, okay? So these are one-time bonuses. Whenever your friend bought the first initial optional packages, you can make anywhere between a $25 bonus all the way up to a $250 bonus, depending on how many people you sponsor into the business, okay? Now, so the third way of making money is what I love. It's called leverage income. And this is not about you recruiting everybody in this world that lives in this world or knocking on doors. It's not about that. It's finding a few key people that are really entrepreneurs that want to build this and run this as a business. And this is how it works. Let's say that this is leveraging on your team, not only you, but your team effort. Okay, let's say that's you right there. You jump right into the business. We have a pay plan called binary pay plan. Now the word binary means what? Two. That means every single person in this company can only build 2 teams. One on the left, one on the right. Now, can you sponsor more than 2 people? Absolutely, the more the merrier, okay? Let's say, for example, this morning I invited 10 people right here. So whoever's the first 2 people that said yes to me, let's say that Sammy said yes to me, I put Sammy right here, and the beautiful lady said yes to me. So I put this lady right here and this Sammy right here. Now the other 8 people that said yes to me, and that said yes to me after Sammy and this lady, I have no choice but to put the other 8 people underneath Sammy or underneath this lady. Now Sammy and this lady might not know the rest of the 8 people, but they're going to learn to love them all. Because the other 8 people, as they go out and build their own businesses, Sammy will have an opportunity to override all the sales volume that are brought on by those 8 people and those 8 people's friends and contacts throughout the world. Guys, really keep an open mind. This is a very powerful concept that can help people create wealth, okay? Just like what J. Paul Getty, you all know J. Paul Getty, right? The first documented billionaire, okay? He said it best in his book. He says, I'd rather have 1% effort from 100 different individuals than 100% effort from himself. What is he talking about? He's talking about leverage. So this is not about us working hard. How many of you work hard in your job or in your life? Many people work hard. But how many people they work hard all their lives and still broke? Okay? So we want to work hard and work smart to leverage, okay? So really keep that open mind. So let's say, for example, you brought on Sammy on one side, but a beautiful lady on the other side. Well, as Sammy and the other ladies, as they go out and share the opportunity with their friends and contact, anywhere in the world that we ship to. Right now, 84 countries and territories. So as they expand their business anywhere in the world, because you are the one that shared with them about the opportunity, every sale that happened in the organization, infinitely deep, no matter where it goes, you have an opportunity to get paid on each and every single order that comes through. And this is how it works. Whenever, on one side, your sales team generates 300 in sales volume, and the other side generates 600 in sales volume. It doesn't matter who bought the product. It doesn't matter who bought the product, who sold the product. It doesn't matter. As long as in your organization. That's why timing is very important, okay? So whenever something 300 and 600 meets, something magical will happen, okay? It's like mahjong. How many play mahjong? You go 300, 600, you go pong, okay? One pong is equal to 1 cycle, okay? Now each cycle, you might not understand the term what cycle means. It's a new currency in this world called cycles, okay? So each cycle is $35. Now other people doing the work, you have an opportunity to leverage on that cycle. So every time you're in your business, in your back office, you can see 300, 600, you made a $35 cycle. Now, don't underestimate that because it can add up pretty nicely. Now, because the system has tracked infinitely deep, no matter how deep anywhere in the world, there's a maximum one can cycle per week. And each person can cycle 750 cycles per week, which will equate to $26,250 per week in possible team commission earning. Now, how many of you found it pretty nice, $26,000 a week, okay? How many of you can find it pretty comfortable way of living at 26 grand? Okay. Now, you know what? When I heard this type of pay plan 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and like I said earlier, I was doing billing for my husband's medical practice. And when I started this business, I told my husband, I said, you know what, honey, someday I'm going to retire you. He goes, how's why retire a physician? But he's good sport. He goes, okay, good luck to you, honey. And I still remember back then, 8, 9 years ago, at that compensation plan back then was $25,000 a week. And I thought to myself, wow, $25,000 a week times 4 weeks a month, that's 100 grand a month. And that's more money than my husband makes. Well, he's not here yet, so I can tell you that, okay? So, I got very excited. I saw hope. I saw dreamy things, like the things I wanted to have when I was a young kid started to come alive again, okay? And so, now with this pay plan is $26,000 a week maximum. And you might be asking, has anybody done it in this company? Absolutely. We have quite a few people. That's what we call maxed out. So when you max out, that's $105,000 US a month. Nice chunk change, wouldn't you say? Okay. All right. So Well, that's what we call the team commission. And so if 105,000 a month is not enough for you, well, we got some more, okay? So that's what we have. Bring us to the next way of making money is what we call the matching bonuses. See, a lot of times, especially in the binary world, for those of you that are new in this business, you might not understand what binary meant. A lot of times, binary worlds, in order for you to make money, both sides of your team must be working. And typically in network marketing, in binary, typically what happens is you have one side that becomes really big, and the other side like not really working, okay? So that's what we call a runaway leg or an elephant leg. That, you know, most of the company you can't make money, but because of the experience of Wendy and Randy, the founder of this company, that even if you got one side that's working, you can still make money, and this is how it works. Let's say that's you over there. Let's say that you brought in 8 people in the business, okay? Let's say you brought in Kat, Tom, Pat, Rob, May, Sam, Will, Kim. Wow, whoever came up with those names, okay? Now, so you put all those names. In Chinese, we call it 陈雷真王哦，陈李张王和, okay? So, but anyway, all these people you brought in, 8 people that you brought in. Now, all these 8 people, they are known as your level 1. So whenever these people create some success for themselves, whenever they make a team commission, they get a little cycle because you are their sponsor. The company will find a way to reward you because these are all your level 1. You have an opportunity to get a 20 up to 30% of all these people's team commission. They went out and done the work. You got paid. How many of you like that concept? It's like, how many of you have referred someone to a job before? I've done it a few times. When you refer someone to a job, has the boss of that company ever sent you a check? No. Perhaps not. I mean, imagine the people that you refer to a job, if that boss is a nice guy and say, listen, you know what, every time that guy you refer to the job gets a payroll check, the owner will get you a little override of that guy's job, the check. Would you like that? Yeah. In essence, kind of like how that works. Okay, now, so, but the power of the pay plan is not only that. Is this. When these 8 people, as they go out and share with other people and share with other people, let's say these 8 people go and share with other people. Let's say, that's me, Kim, right there. I went out and shared with 15 people. These 15 people that you do not know, nor do you care to know, that's all right, because they are known as your level 2. Whenever these people make their commission, you have an opportunity to get a 15% matching from their checks. Let me put it simply put. If you sponsor me in the business, I'm your level 1. Okay? If I max out the comp plan, which I do, let's say if I'm making 105,000 and a team commission, and you are my sponsor, what is 20% of 100 grand?
20,000.
20 grand. I went out and did the work. You can get 20 grand. Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
How many of you cash a check?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you don't, this is what you do. Flip the check back and endorse the check and say payable to Kim Hui. I'll cash it for you. Alright? Now, so, but it doesn't stop there, guys. This is the power, leverage. Just like what J. Paul Getty says. If I went out there and sponsored 50, I sponsored so far about 52, I think. I sponsored 52 people. These 52 people that you do not know, but they are known as your level 2. These 52 people, wherever they might be in the world, whenever they cycle, you have an opportunity to get a 15% of all these 52, 54 people's effort. From these 50 people, if they sponsor other people, that will be your level 3. You can get 10% of your level 3 people's efforts. Guys, if you only get something today, just get this concept of leverage, okay? So if you only got one side of your team working, the maximum you can match is 3 levels, okay? If you got both sides of your team working, the maximum you can match is 7 levels deep. In short, this is how I like to keep things simple. There are 2 types of people that will make money in this type of pay plan. Type number 1 are people like us. People treat it and run it like a business. People that really have enough dedication and focus and discipline to work it like a business. And you might be sitting right here saying, you know what, I'm not like you. I don't think I can focus, but I do know some people. But that's okay. You might not be us. You might not be like us. But the type 2 that will make money, you know who they are? They are the people that can find people like us. You might not be dedicated, you might not be focused right now, but if you know of people out there who are hungry, if you know people out there, they are hurting right now, they're looking for a way out, and you share this with them, just by sharing with them, not only can you help them change their lives are changed, your life might be impacted because of other people's efforts. That's where leverage comes in. Okay, now, so other than that, we have what we call the 6 ways of making money, is what we call a global pool, diamond pool. Okay, so when you reach the diamond or double diamond, the top 2 ranks of this company, you get to share a percentage of the global sales. That means sales generated by me, by other people, that you get a piece of the pie. That's pretty nice, okay? So when you get a diamond and double diamond, the company reserves 3% of global sales volume every quarter. The diamond and double diamond get to share that. It's a pretty nice thing. How many can envision, how many of you think it'd be nice getting a check every quarter for 150, 200 grand?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty nice, right? I'm telling you, it is such a huge blessing. And we're a small company right now. Imagine as we grow to become a $500 million, a $1 billion company. We're doing about 10 million a month right now around the world. I truly believe this year we'll do about 25 to 30 million a month in sales worldwide. So we are just at the ground level. And so besides all these great incentives, we actually this company, we know how to have fun. We know how to make money. We also know how to have a lifestyle as well. Okay, so the company, every year we have vacation incentive trips. That so far in 2.5 years, I think we've gone on like 7 or 8 trips already. That's paid by the company. They pay for the airfare, they pay for the food, they pay for everything. All you do is pack your bag and just go on and enjoy the cruise and the trip. And so it is quite an amazing experience for many of us, and we have transformed many people's lives around the world. I really believe opportunities are never lost. If you don't grab it, it simply passes to someone else. Now, how many of you remember was it Apple? I think it was Apple, right? Apple stock back in August. It was 300 something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then now it's 600 something. Get this. I missed an opportunity to make $1 million. If I put $1 million in Apple stock back in August, I would have made $1 million. But I missed that chance, didn't I? I don't know how many of you also missed that chance. But because I missed that chance, does it mean that it didn't exist? No. It meant that it went to someone else. You see, folks, opportunity exists every day. What we do with it, whether we seize it, whether we see it and seize it and work it, it's all up to us. And so today, besides taking that hour and a half away from you, we did take away one thing from you. And that one thing is that excuse of you have never been at the right place at the right time. Because you certainly today are sitting in at the right place at the right time. The question is, do we have the right person sitting in at the right place at the right time? And I do hope that it is you, the right person that we have in this room, listening right place, right time. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a short break. We're going to take a 5 to 10 minute bathroom breaks, and we're going to go on a training. So those of you that really see an opportunity and want to seize the opportunity, want to get trained, you couldn't ask for better trainer this afternoon. So we're going to have a training this afternoon. So 10 minutes later, we're going to start the training promptly at 3:50. 3:45? 3:45? Okay, so let's start the training at 3:45, bathrooms outside, and thank you so much for being here. We look forward to seeing you and working with all of you. Thank you very much.